Welcome, everybody, to episode 7 of the Paper and Plastic Show. You're in the Ocean Radio Studios. You're with your host, Usman Hamid. And you guessed it, we're going to talk about paper and plastic. Paper and plastic don't always get a great, especially plastic, doesn't get its fair share of the work that it does in the world because it's so valuable, it's so important. But some people call it the devil's offspring. It's made from Satan himself. But the reality is we need plastic, we need paper, and this show is about highlighting that importance. So today I want to talk about something really cool, something really close to my heart, being raised in beautiful Toronto, Canada, my whole life. So when we have milk and we go to the grocery store to buy milk, we don't get milk in bottles or jugs or boxes. Get ready, guys. In Canada, we get milk in bags. We have jugs made for these milk bags that we toss the milk bag in, we snip the top off, and we pour it. Wild. For half of the world, this is insane. Now, how could you put milk inside of a bag? And I have friends who will come from the United States and they'll come up north to Canada and they're like, whoa, what is this? But guess what? There is some thinking behind it. So a lot of times people always say that, hey man, these milk bags are really bad for you. Why? Once that milk bag is empty, that milk bag is garbage. There's no putting that back into melting it down and making new plastic out of it because it's too contaminated, because the milk was bad, obviously can't be recycled. So there was this big uproar recently on Twitter and all these websites that, you know what, these milk bags should be banned. There should be no more milk bags and we should go towards the gallon bottles or old school, like those glass bottles that they used way back when. But guess what? And this is why I want you guys to think about sustainability and recycling differently. So I get it. A plastic bag is one-time use. It's single use. It goes in the garbage. But the energy required to create a plastic bottle, like those gallon bottles you get in the United States, or a glass bottle, is significantly higher than creating that bag. Significantly. If I was to show the exact number, compared to jugs or cartons, bag use 20 to 30% less energy and produce 20 to 40% less greenhouse gases to produce compared to the gallon jugs and the bottles. And guess what, guys? Even the gallon jug, you're not going to reuse them. Like those big bottles, once they're out, there's milk in it. Who's gonna wash that out and reuse it? Like, it's going in the landfill anyways. And sure, it can be recycled. So milk bags are far superior. That even if they're disposed in the landfill, their overall environmental footprint is significantly smaller. According to the 2010 UN report, the most popular milk container sold in North America is still the jug, followed by carton, and bags only amount for 7% of sales, but it's actually the more sustainable option. So even though milk jugs can be recycled and glass bottles can be recycled, even glass bottles are very expensive to make, and they can only be used about 7-8 times before they gotta be crushed back down to glass. So stop hating on our milk bags, Americans. It takes 20 liters of water to create a milk jug. So at the end of the day, those milk bags that you guys hate, they're really good for the environment because they have a smaller environmental footprint. And that's huge. Let's get into our React segment. Every week we react about something cool and something that's unique to sustainability, because we gotta start looking at sustainability in a different way. The paper and plastic industry in North America, we do things a certain way, but around the world, and that's what Ingenuity is really good at, is finding creative solutions to solving our waste problem and finding creative solutions to reuse and possibly recycle material in ways that we can't always do here in North America. So let's load up that video. So just mixing those granules. Blower. I love to see that. People don't know that plastic starts off with a big like tube. Full-fledged baked plastic. Gotta love it. Old school. Pulling the bags out, slitting them, cutting them. Yeah, slitting them, cutting them. Is it? I am not a bag expert. I don't know. Don't quote. I think they were cutting them. I think I'm right. I think they were cutting them. And humans are amazing. Now sometimes you look at some of these machines and somebody thought about that. Somebody had that idea, and that's the press. There we go. Boom. There's the handle. And wrap them up, put them in another bag, and you're good to go and ready to go at your grocery store to operate and sell. So very cool, guy. Great job by smartest workers. Shout out to them. Just ingenious ways that in the whole world around, and sometimes we feel like we're the only ones that are doing these type of cool things. Guys, the world is amazing. Humans are amazing. I think all around the world, every corner of the world, there are beautiful, amazing people doing amazing things, especially when it comes to the paper and plastic industry. And we got to be looking at this whole industry with a new eye. They have a tendency to write things off completely. Like these milk bags in Ontario, there's people on Twitter who are saying, stop selling them. Okay, then what's the alternative? No? So that's the most important thing, that sustainability is not going to be an easy uphill battle. There's no perfection, does not exist. We can't just stop using fuel. People always say stop burning fossil fuels, and then what? You have to give an alternative in a way that's sustainable and it doesn't hurt the general quality of life of people worldwide. So there's that balance that we have to take, but that balance is important. If you want 100% organic, completely organic, you want to have the amount of food that we have available. It's that balance, but then if you overdo it, and now you have all these genetically modified crops, and you overdo it, all of a sudden you go to a territory that's now hurting humans. And the same thing applies to recycling. The same thing applies to plastic, paper. We have to thread that needle, find that middle ground, and it starts with finding these creative solutions and working with people all over the world to find a common solution. Anyhow, that was episode 7. That's a wrap, and we'll see you in the next one.